Yeah, it's been great. This week has been tough. It's been a tough week this week, but after doing 9-7 in Nairobi, coach said we have to go down a bit because it was a bit distant from the Olympics. So we need to run those times at the Olympics. So coach said we need to tone it down a bit. So we did a bit of a lot of stuff before we went for Hangelo, and then coming to Hangelo, it was rainy and slippery and all that. So we couldn't say that was a perfect race, but again, a win is a win. So coming into Mirama's now post-Olympics, pre-Olympic camp, it's been nice, and we've been doing a lot of intensity work because now it's more of intensity and less of volume. So intensity is hard because it's of less recoveries and a bit of much of pushing your body into doing reps that should be the same first to the last. So that has been intense, but I'm happy with the progress. My body is responding well, and it's a low altitude area, so we're having a very good training time here, and I'm excited. I'm so excited with 12 days to go. I don't always see much of a difference unless for training, because when you train in this kind of environment, most of the races are always in low altitude, so you get to adapt to this, other than training in a high altitude where there's less oxygen, which you don't really use when it comes to 100 meters. Basically we breathe at most 4 times in 9 seconds, so it's nice, but we love hot weather. But that's standard, because we use a lot of muscles, and we have a lot of muscles in our bodies, so we need them stretched, and they can only stretch in hot weather, like a bladder. When you put it into hot water and then you put it in cold water, when you put it in hot water, it stretches more. That's how our muscles work. So it's a perfect place to train, and just adapting to this kind of environment as we head to Paris is the perfect condition. Yeah, people running fast. I'm the second fastest in the world, but when you get to the Olympic Stadium on 3rd, none of that will matter. What matters is how you're getting there. Like, you're getting there healthy, you're getting there healthy mentally, physically. That's all that matters on that day. So all these times that have been run are going to be null and void when you step into that Arena de Stade stadium on 3rd. I've come to learn over the years that it takes experience. Previously, the last Olympics, I had not competed with any big boys. I had not done any Diamond Leagues, any Continental Tour golds. So, it was a hard fruit to pick, getting in the finals. But now we are getting there, second fastest in the world, having competed with everybody, with anybody in the sport, and it's a whole different experience. I'm not going to be amazed by anything that I'm going to see in the village. I've been to Paris almost 9 times, so nothing is going to scare me, or nothing is going to make me feel like this is a new place to me. It's just about just getting there, and either way, 100 is 100. It's not going to be 105, it's not going to be 90 meters. 100 meters is still 100 meters. So when we get there, picking lessons from the last Olympics, we are getting the experience this time, and much into the conversation. Yeah, it feels very good. And being a pro athlete, I've been traveling a lot, and being alone in stadium sometimes, and just like with your coach and your manager and your physio sometimes doesn't bring that, that feel that we are going into a big championship. But right now we're having like rugby there, we're having volleyball, there's a swimming lady. So we're having a team around me. And every time I'm training, I see my fellow athletes also training. I realize that this is going to be a very big thing. And seeing people like you here, seeing other volunteers coming to watch us train, for me that's a motivation. That's a motivating factor that whatever we're going for is much bigger than even us. NOC has always been doing their things professionally, which I really appreciate. From the Commonwealth Games, everything was handled very professionally, and coming to the Olympics again, they've done a very good job. We received our kits, the allowances are in. But I've been talking to athletes, I've been telling them, whatever we're going for at the Olympics is much bigger than the check that we've been signed for. So let's not focus so much onto things that are not going to make us perform. Of course, the allowances and the kits are a bonus, and getting that from the Team Kenya Olympics committee is much appreciated. But for athletes, I think whatever we're going for is much bigger than that. For me, I'll say, so long as I have the running kit and I have my spikes, that's all that I need for now. Every other thing will come after 4th. One thing I know is this week they're not training. They're focusing on the race, but either way, this week I'm training. I'm not focusing on anything this weekend. So that means I'm building up, I'm adding more strength to my muscles, I'm getting more training time. they're not getting that. They're getting more of travel time. So for me, I can say that's up to them. And after that, of course, they have to take some days of recovery and, traveling to their camps. That's not me now. Now I'm just waiting. The only time I'm going to travel is when I'm going to Paris. So I can say for me, I accept that. And my team, my management, my coach decided to reduce the races for me. I could be still racing right now, but they said we need to focus on training for 3 weeks before the Olympics, which is working. So I'm more hungry going into the Olympics. Yeah, I mean, I love crowds. That's one of the things that really make me run fast, because when I get to those stadiums and I look at the crowd, that's something that drains all the attention from my body and just brings out the beast in me. So I'm happy that I got so many fans from Miramas. People are traveling here. So many people are going to to watch me run, and it feels, it's an honor, having people really appreciate what you're doing. You can be fast, but people don't like you. But for me, I'm fast and I'm a likable person, which, it's an attribute that I always thank God every day for. So I'm really looking forward to on 3rd. We'll be running at around 1 p.m. So a very good time to run. So I can't really wait for that day. So I'm pushing myself so much in training, and my motivation is just remembering me in that stadium on the 3rd and 4th.